Hey socialites, welcome back. And if you're new here, I'm Ariel. I do mainly beauty videos, fragrance, and lifestyle. So if those are the type of videos you enjoy, I would love for you to hit the subscribe button and come join the family. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a full review of Glossier's latest fragrances, which are flankers of their original fragrance, Glossier You. And this is Glossier You Doux and Glossier You Reve. So as of right now, they only come in this one size, which is the 50 ml bottles. And they retail for $78 on Sephora's website and also on Glossier's website. I was actually gifted these two at a recent event, and I've pretty much been wearing them ever since I got them. Now, the original Glossier You had been on my wish list for the longest. I never got it. I actually got the body cream before the actual fragrance. And if you know anything about the original fragrance, it's one of those fragrances that almost takes on your skin, but better. Sort of like clean reserve skin or a missing person, or if you've ever tried dead cool milk. So this is right along in that same family of the original. So it's sort of those ambrette, ambroxan type, molecule type fragrances that, like I said, is your skin but better. These two though do take a different turn than the original Glossier You. So we're going to start off with Glossier You Doux, which is the woodier version of the original. So let me refresh myself on the opening of this one. It gives woody. It almost gives like it wants to be slightly cologne-y, but not really. And because of that, I will say to me, it's like straight up and down unisex. So it's woodsy, a little spicy, and a little bit creamy. So for me, it opens up a little bit floral. But as it dries down, it becomes sort of woodsy and a little spicy, and it stays that way throughout the duration of the wear of the fragrance for me. Now on my skin, I got about 3 to 4 hours before it started to really settle into the skin and become softer. It's like a moderate projector. These fragrances aren't like super beast mode, but it's like a moderate projector. After about 3 or 4 hours, it starts to sit closer to the skin. But on my skin, I could still smell this all the way till I took a shower every day that I wore it. So it never really wears completely off for me. So the top note in this fragrance is actually violet, and I definitely get that at the opening of this, which is quite pleasant. It's a little sweet, it's a little floral, but if you don't like florals, it's not like a florally perfume at all. It's just you kind of get a little bit of it at the top, and it's pleasant. So in the mid we have Palo Santo, frankincense, and myrrh, which gives it like that woody, spicy type feel to it, a little earthy, but not too earthy. And then in the base, we have ambroxan and ambrette. And those are like sort of slightly spicy, a little leathery, slightly earthy type scents. Also, what gives it that molecule type scent to it that reminds you of those others that I told you about, like clean reserve skin and missing person, and you know, those type of fragrances. So I do think it's nice. I think this would grab attention for those in your 20s all the way up. Depending on your preferences, a man or a woman could wear this. I'm pretty much a feminine fragrance girly, and I like it. I think it's cute. So moving on to Glossier You Reve. This is the creamier, softer, sweeter sister to the other two. And I do like this one more than Doux, but not like a whole lot more, because I like them both, but I like this one a little bit more. So in the opening, I do get something that's slightly waxy, but as it settles in, it does get a little creamy. You know how fluffy marshmallow isn't like sugary sweet, it's just like that soft, cloudy sweetness. That's what I get with this, with a slightly woodsy undertone, and it still has like that ambrette, ambroxan in there that gives it that your skin but better like molecule type feel to it. But on the skin, I don't get so much of that waxy touch. It's just like a soft, sweet, sort of buttery, cloudy, slightly woodsy, almost reminds you of sandalwood. And by looking at the bottles, I would have thought that the purple one would have been the woodier or the stronger one, but it is definitely the opposite. And there's something in here that gives like a tart fruitiness in there. sort of mixed in there somewhere. You get like something fruity. So the top note in this one is buttercream, and usually the top note is kind of what falls away from your nose first, but not for me. This one just stays sort of like a buttery sort of marshmallow type the whole time I'm wearing it. But it opens with buttercream. There's iris, almond, sandalwood, and plum in the mid. So that fruity note is definitely the plum, and you get the almond and sandalwood because it smells very sort of almondy and buttery. And then in the base notes, you get ambrette and ambroxan, just like her sister. So this one is much more mellow than this one for sure, but it's so pleasant. As I've been testing it out, I've asked Mr. what he thinks about it, and with this one he says it smells like heaven. So that's just his take on them, but I do think both of them are cute. Now I get similar wear and longevity with these. They're both sort of like a moderate projector, with the purple one being softer than this one. This woodsy presence in here makes it a little bit stronger. So I get 3 to 4 hours of this before it becomes like a straight up skin scent. And similar to her sister, I smell it all the way until I take a shower. It never really wears off for me. Now this one I do feel like is slightly more feminine than the original, but it's unisex in my opinion as well. And on the website it states that it's unisex, but for me it really is unisex. I could see a man or a woman wearing this one, or either one of them really. Now what makes them so different than the original to me is that these don't have that pink pepper, that spicy pepper note that's very apparent in the original Glossier You, which I think on the skin makes it so magical, is that peppery note. Smelling the original to my nose, I'm not crazy about that pepper note, but something about when it mixes in with your skin chemistry, when I smell it on other people, it smells amazing, and it's actually still on my wish list. Now as far as layering these to help them last longer or switch up the scent a little bit, make them a little bit more magical, I've been pairing them for the most part with the Glossier You body cream. Now this one smells like the original that has that pepper note. I'm not crazy about this scent alone, but other people, and especially Mr. loves this on my skin. He says it smells amazing, but I've been putting this on with this at night, you guys, and it tones down. It sort of cancels out that strong pepper note and just makes it this beautiful, soft, creamy skin scent that's just, y'all, it smells so yummy. And I've also been pairing it with this, and something about that woodsiness, or maybe just the undertone in these in general, mixed with the body cream, it cancels out that spicy sort of pepper note in this, and it smells delicious as well. Now another cream that I've been pairing them both with that smells really good is because, you know, these have that sort of base of ambrette and ambroxan, which gives a little earthy, a little leathery, not a lot, just a little bit, and to me that's what gives it unisex as well. I've been pairing it with the Youth to the People Hydrate and Glow body butter, and this one has that slightly earthy touch to it as well, and it just smells so good with both of these. And the body cream helps it to stick onto the skin and last a lot longer and project a little bit more. They're both fragrances that are sort of everyday scents that could be signature scent if this is your sort of thing. This is daytime, nighttime, anywhere in between. To me, this is year-round, something that you could wear summer, winter, spring, or fall. Now for me, because Reves is so sort of cozy and warm and comforting, it does steer a little bit more fall, winter for me, like sort of like that cuddle weather, but I still feel like you could wear this year-round for the most part. For both fragrances, I do recommend that you go into the store and test it on your skin, especially since the last note in both fragrances and even the original is going to be your own skin chemistry. So they're going to smell completely different on everybody. So I do recommend going to the store, test it out on skin, not on paper, not in the air, wear it for a few hours and see what you think. So comment down below, let me know if you've tried these yet or if you're interested in trying them. If you're new here, welcome. I would love for you to come join the family by hitting the subscribe button. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
'Cause I've been where you are. You're too scared to show me love. 'Cause too fresh with the scars.